My name is Helen. I'm from Double Work Online Fashion. So firstly, I want to thank the organizer Exabytes for having us to share our experiences during this MCO. And just want to clarify that I'm not here to teach you how to run your business, because every business is unique, and I'm just sharing our personal experiences. How did we get through this MCO, still surviving, because a lot of apparel retail shops are closing down, and consumer demand in terms of fashion of course we don't slowing down, because definitely everyone is staying home and maybe we don't need so many clothes. So yeah, so I hope that you'll find that my 30-minute sharings will be useful and for your time. So let's start. Okay. Okay. So who were we before COVID? So we are a 100% Malaysian homegrown fashion label. We have been established since the year 2005. It was founded by my sister and Helene and I, with a capital of 1,000 ringgit each back in the year 2005. So we bootstrapped our business since the beginning. So this shown here is our warehouse based in Butterworth, Raja Udang. So we ship everything around the world from this one warehouse, and we streamline our processes, and currently we ship worldwide to more than 10 countries, and we have more than 100,000 unique registered customers. And then, so let's talk about a brief story about how we first started. It was back in year 2005 and 2011. We started off in the vicinity of our own home. This is me, myself, and Helene, my sister here, featured back in year 2015. So everything, we run our business through Blogspot. Everything were manual. We took our own photos. We take turns to modeling, and then we get all the free labor that we have. And then, as you know, at that time, there were no Facebook, there were no Instagram. And you can imagine the amount of time that we spent, literally 24 hours a day to, process everything manually, reply to customer emails. From manual marketing, we were in front of our computer 24 hours a day to advertise our business through chat boxes. So if you were there during 2005, then you will know what we're talking about. So yeah. So the year 2011 was one of the key milestones of Double Work, whereby we have decided to transfer our whole business from manual to e-commerce. So at that time, marketplaces were non-existent. So we engaged a trustable web builder to build us a proper e-commerce store. And we signed up with iPay88 and automated our order processing and link via API, and boom. It was one of the best decisions that's ever made. So order processing time was cut down to 98%. Previously, one order can take up to 1 to 2 days to process, but now it's cut down to maybe a few minutes to 1 hour per order. So this is definitely a breakthrough for us. So we can now save so much time, and rather than spending our time on processing all those manual work, we can now focus on giving better customer service, dedicated customer service. We can also focus more on product development, which we are able to manufacture our product, our own label. And of course, we are able to focus in growing our business globally. So yeah, so as you know, we are a 100% online company. We are also doing a lot of offline marketing to provide a seamless online to offline presence. So basically, pre-COVID time, we travel every month for events, shows, collaborations. And because we did not open any offline stores for like maybe 14 years, we were focusing 100% online. So we gotta have to do all these offline exposure to make sure that our pieces can be felt and touched by our customers as well. So because of this, we are 100% online, and due to its lean operations, we are able to save a lot of costs and invest heavily on our clothing productions. And we believe that because we are operating only online, we want our product to actually, when it's received by our customers, we want it to exceed the expectation of our customers. So next one is, so that's what we did pre-COVID. And up until pre-COVID February, we have successfully, streamlined our processes, stabilizes our manufacturing source. We found a balance between supply and demand, automated most of our processes, and marketing was mainly through word of mouth. And what we had was, we had like customers of us who spread, our brand like wildfire because of our lean operations, as well as dedicated customer service and fast delivery. So basically, we have built our brand to empower women around the world for travel pieces, weddings, bridesmaids pieces for work. Basically, we have created a cult for the go-to women's wear for all occasions. So, and then COVID strikes. 18 March, it was actually the darkest point in our business. Everyone felt at that time, we were sad, we were depressed, we were scared, we were uncertain, we felt helpless, and it was basically back to square one. So if you remember what I mentioned during the beginning of our presentation, we were literally working 24 hours a day. So this time it was running in a circle and back to where we first started. It was back to startup phase. So yeah, the only difference was this time we had technology. If this were to happen in the year maybe 2010, we would have closed down by now. So we cried, we felt sad, but actually eventually we made use of technology and we leverage what we have, all the resources, social media. We create a trend of flattening the curve to ensure that everyone at the first place is staying safe at home, but can still wear double wood as well. We created various styling videos. We get our friends and KOL friends, customers who were KOL as well, who have a lot of exposure in their social media, to create this positive sentiment around the social media. We have many supportive friends who sang us a song wearing double wood, cooked us a meal wearing double wood, and there are also some who had imaginary getaway with double wood with our summer pieces. So yeah, the first phase was making sure that everyone are staying safe at home and praying that this pandemic will end sooner than we know it. But then MCO got extended and extended again, and people are getting tense, jobs were lost, everyone were depressed, and everyone were bored at home. So what we did was we, instead of crazily slashing up our prices, because since the beginning, our margin were not really high. If we are to go into the price war, we will definitely bleed ourselves from inside, and it's definitely not sustainable. So what we did was we bring in brands which we trust to bundle up with our pieces, to create self-love bundles whereby customers can really enjoy at home. They can, have a spa-like experience at home with our pieces. And we negotiated with these brands to give us really, really good deals, which are not found anywhere. With this good price, we bundle up with our pieces to provide to our customers differentiated experience, which they can purchase on our website. So yeah, brands which have lesser online presence, they may find this a win-win situation, because pre-COVID time, they may not have a lot of customer base, so they can also tap into our customer base because we have been online all along. So with that, we bring in bundles at really low prices for our customers to enjoy at home together with wearing double wood, so they can stay stylish and do everything they can do at home. So we call them double wood sense love bundle. We have unique names such as shine bundle, sparkle bundle, glow bundle. And recently we have also launched our Father's Day bundle, whereby we collaborate with Lourdes Harbour by Ogawa. They have stores, outlets nationwide. And then we bring in a massager for our customers to give to their dad or husbands, and so on and so forth. So yeah, apart from that, we also came up with new product category to cater to growing demand of simple wares for our customers to wear at home or grocery shopping or just moving around. So we also have, for this new essential wear, we invite KOLs to actually, do some TikTok videos to viral brands. So yeah, so in this short, 3 months plus, we have actually launched more marketing campaigns that we ever did, ever since we first started, because it was mainly because it was only the right thing to do. We want, instead of just, wallowing in self-pity and depression, so we get ourselves busy and, launched all the marketing campaigns that we can to create positive sentiment and drive while leveraging with technology and all the resources that we have. So basically, so yeah, now that we're entering RMCO, things have just been looking up slightly better. We pray that, there will not be second wave of this pandemic. And I'm so grateful that we still have all our team members with us. We have around like 15 team members, and every one of them are still with us, and we're really grateful for them. And also we want to thank, the government subsidy. It really helped us a lot to get through this. And of course, all the frontliners who have been out there risking their lives for us. So I just want to say that, now that is in RMCO, is recovery period, all the businesses, MCOs are struggling. And I just want to say that, I truly believe that in life and business, this is a circle of life. Like I mentioned, we're back to startup stage, and everything that we do will definitely come back to us. So if you love your brand, be it your favorite food, your favorite gym, your favorite travel destination, do make a purchase from them, because believe me, this really means a lot to all the SMEs. And in times like these, if we have roofs on our heads, with clean attires, food on our plates, do contribute in one way or another, because this is definitely a collaborative effort to, revive our Malaysian economy. And with that, I want to thank everyone for sticking out with me until the end, and hope to see you guys out there again.
All right, fantastic. Now, I think a lot of us are getting a little bit emotional, because I think you've really opened up, your soul to everything that everyone has been feeling but has not been able to express it. So I think you did that very well. Now, Helen, we have some questions here, and this one comes from Joanne. And Joanne would like to know, how did you streamline your process?
I streamlined my process by, number one, we didn't go online. By focusing we didn't go offline, but by focusing 100% online, we're able to keep, our inventory in one place. We're able to pack everything in one place, and so it's definitely streamlined. And then we partner with courier companies. We get their API and integrate with our system, so that, the printing, the order processing, everything is automated. And then, of course, we also have, that's basically how the inventory part is the most time consuming. Like if you have a few places that you sell, it's definitely time consuming. So by having just one place that we manage our inventory is definitely saving us a lot of time.
Okay. Okay, our next one is from David. Now, David would like to know, you mentioned using automation to speed up your processing. Can you elaborate?
Yeah. So previously, like I mentioned, at that time, do you remember the consignment notes? We have to basically use pen and pencil to write on the consignment notes.
Yeah.
So once we go online, like I mentioned, we use API to integrate to our system, and order processing is like customer place order online, and the information will be flowed to the printer and will be printed out as of when the orders are placed.
Okay, now David, I hope that answers your question. Joanne would also like to know, what drove you during MCO and to kickstart your business, and how do you manage your emotions?
Because Doublewood has been with us. Is basically Doublewood is our life. So when we see that sales have been slashed, sales were going down up to maybe 50%. That really we know that okay, people are feeling depressed. People cannot go out. People cannot go to events. We have our friends KOLs who are only doing events. They were paid actually to do events. They tell us that, Helen, we are not. All our events are cancelled. We don't have any opportunity to wear your clothes. So that kept us, going, because previously we capitalized on Doublewood travel wear. When you travel, you wear Doublewood work wear. When you work, you wear Doublewood. So now who would want to wear double when everyone is staying at home? So that drive to want to keep our business going, to want to to sustain the business, that definitely kept us going, and we thought of all the things that we can do to keep this going, and hopefully we can get through this.
Okay. Our next one is from Joey. Now, Joey is wondering, how do you keep such a good relationship with KOLs?
Yeah, we maintain our relationship with KOLs ever since the beginning. So we do not because like I mentioned, KOLs have a lot of events to go to. So we are always open to sponsor them apparels. Whenever they want apparels, they will come to me. Helen, I have an event. Are you willing to sponsor me on it? So all the while we did not, we have been post promoting them. We have been supporting them all the while in all the events. So when I open up, I say, oh, please help me, please post this, please shoot this for me. So they have been really supportive to me at this moment, and we are very grateful for them.
I think it's also nice to have that relationship with your influencers, because I think that builds a bond, and I think that makes it easier for y'all to work together as well, as a unit, because I think a lot of the times people forget that business is actually a codependency on both the buyer and the seller. So, that's a very good thing to note, guys. Okay, this next one is from DT. Now, what software do you use for video editing, and which is your favorite marketing strategy?
Okay, so I discovered during this MCO, I discovered this really, really useful software for video editing. I can easily edit video within 1 day. So it's called Video Lip. So this is the one. So I can just shoot videos using my iPhone, and just all the videos, so I edit myself. So it's really easy. The last time I have to use probably Adobe Media Pro or what do they call it? I forgot, in the laptop, and it's really resource consuming. So now I'm just using this Video Lip to edit my videos. My favorite marketing strategy would be, but I think social media marketing is really dynamic, and sometimes audiences may be bored from time to time. So I think there is no one favorite marketing strategy. We have to keep brainstorm and bring in different marketing strategy to cater to the thirsty audiences, I think. But I think currently the hype would be TikTok.
Okay, so our next question is, okay, got a little bit confused there. Did you reach out to influencers, and how do you pitch to them to represent your product?
Yeah, I reached out to influencers, and like I mentioned, I have all their personal contact numbers, and I know that everyone are staying home, and probably influencers would want some ideas and contents for their own Instagram as well. So actually, I do not just send them products. I think of maybe for example, the essential items. So I would ask influencers to, or probably maybe you can shoot baking a cake with our products. I think it would be suitable. So for each influencers, I have to study, what are their interests, what do they like, and then I will create a concept story for them to shoot.
Right, and I think I remember talking about creating ownership. In, let's say, for example, baking a cake or going out to dinner, or it just gives people a sense of what you can do wearing these clothes, and I think that's a very good marketing strategy. Okay, let's see. Our next question is, how did you communicate with partners where most people could not meet up?
Basically, communication was through WhatsApp only for me.
Just WhatsApp only?
Yeah. and email, WhatsApp and email.
I see. Okay. Joanne would also like to know, how do you reposition your business?
Basically, okay. So the product offerings that we offer is we offer all wide range of wears from workwear, travel wears. So now we also come up with essential wears whereby most of us are staying home and then we can also wear double wood. So yeah, basically we want to create a go-to fashion label for everyone to go to when they want to look for apparels.
Right, fantabulous. Our next one is from Stephen. Now, Stephen would like to know, where are the sources from your clothing from?
Yeah, our clothing are manufactured from in our dedicated factory based in overseas in China.
I see. All right. But basically all the designing is done here, because I've seen some of your stories and double wood stories that you have the samples here and all that, right? The production is just done
basically,
there.
yeah, everything is shifted back here because my sister is in charge of the production side and she cannot travel to China anymore. Previously, she traveled every month to China to handle the production side, but now she shifted everything back to our own house. Yeah.
I see. But the designing is done by you and your sister, correct?
Yeah, my sister mainly.
Ah, okay. Well, you guys have awesome fashion sense, because I think a lot of us love the clothes. Like each time you have a new update, we go nuts. And by the time we get to your website, most of it is already sold out. So, there is hype for that. And I think that really shows that, the designs are what people can wear on a daily basis, whether it's formal, semi-formal, or just plain casual. So I think that's nice. Let me see. Our next one is, hi, thanks for sharing. Now the main issue is everyone must keep a social distance, and they are not allowed to attend any crowded places in like weddings or dinners. So what are your next steps to promote your products or services?
So like I shared earlier on, we have also, branching out to more essential wears so people can actually wear our pieces for grocery shopping or even working from home. And we also bundling up with a lot of brands that like beauty brands, or maybe future, maybe we have FME brands. So probably customers may find them useful and they can buy the bundles and wear them when they can attend events again.
Okay. Joanne has another question. Now, Joanne's question is, what type of marketing campaigns did you do during the 3 months of MCO?
So like I shared earlier on, I did a major one will be flatten the curve with double wood campaigns, whereby we show how you can be stylish at home. We do a lot of styling videos, and we collaborate with other brands to bring in bundles for our customers to enjoy at home. And yeah, so these are the marketing campaigns that we did during these 3 months.
And guys, also for those of you who are watching, we have a Father's Day promotion as well. I thought I saw there was actually a promotion. So do check that, because Father's Day is just around the corner. And if you're still wondering what to get your dad, Doublewood has a very good deal. So check that out as well. Head over to the website. Helen will share her contact details later on for those of you who are wondering. Our next question is also from Joanne. Now, she's asking, would you go back to the way you have done before MCO, or would you change your business strategy?
I think being online is pretty dynamic. So every season we do change our marketing strategy. So we actually go with our product offerings, as well as how does the product respond, how does the consumer respond to our marketing strategies, and we improve from time and again.
Okay. So guys, we still have a lot of time. Keep those questions coming. Anything that comes to mind, really, just leave it in the Q&A box. Now, our next question, actually, these 3 questions are from David. Now, David, I know you would like Helen's contact so you can get in touch with her. Like I said, I will leave that in the chat box later on. Our next question is, how does Helen manage cash flow during this COVID period?
I think managing cash flow is not only important during this COVID period, it must be managed ever since the beginning that we're running our business. It's very important that I feel that how we manage that is really important, and seriously nobody foresee that this pandemic will fall upon us. So I think from time to time it's very, very important that you be prudent in your spending when you manage your business. You have to make sure that you strike a balance between your marketing spend and your costs. And like I mentioned earlier, we only have less than 15 team members in our team ever since the beginning. And up until now, we did not reduce our headcount because we are also the government is also giving us subsidy and all this and all that, and that really helped us a lot. So I think from the beginning that it's very important that we manage our debts. So if you have more debts than your profits, and then I think that you will definitely have problems not only during pandemic, but I think during normal times also the business is not sustainable. So I think the cash flow, the debts, everything has to be really monitored closely from time to time.
Correct, because right now we're already like entering a period of uncertainty, and I think like let's say if you still have debts, you're basically putting yourself in a deeper hole, And
Yeah.
there is right now a lot of people. I think we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet, but I'm sure we'll get there. So I think that was very good advice. Now, David will also like to know when you went fully online, did you reduce your headcount?
No, you mean back in the year 2011? Back that time, we actually increased our headcount. Before the year 2011, it was only my sister and I. And then after we went online, like I mentioned, we're able to, maybe grow our business globally. So we have more team members to manage each of the category of the tasks that we have. So no, we did not reduce, but in fact, we actually increased our headcount. But compared to if we actually go offline, if we did open up stores, I think they would take up even more costs than we focus 100% online.
Okay, wonderful. Our next question is, this industry requires talent workforce and a variety of raw materials. Moving the production back from China to Malaysia is temporary or forever? And is this a hard landing to the company?
We did not move our production back from China to Malaysia. We only moved the communication part because we are not able to travel. So it's definitely not, we are not moving our production back to Malaysia, and definitely the MCO as giving us a lot of stress in terms of production side, because as you know, communication is always better face to face, especially if we are manufacturing clothing. In terms of fit, everything, we need to feel the fabric and all this. Us a very hard hit on, especially in the production side, but we are still struggling to manage this as well.
Okay. We have one more question that just came in. Here we go. How do you do marketing? Is it fully done by your team, or do you outsource agencies?
At the moment, it's fully done by our team in-house.
So yeah, Daniel, perhaps if you'd like to know more, you could follow Double Wood on Instagram and Facebook, because you'll actually get sneak peeks of how they do their marketing. And I think like it's on a weekly basis. They do photo shoots all the time. And you can just see that the content is very, very constant. So the best way to learn is to actually follow. So yes. Our next question is, how do you select brands to collaborate with?
So we actually select brands which we previously used before, or we try the products to make sure that it's reliable, they have warranty, and if in case they have any faulty or whatnot, they can actually easily go to their outlets and return them and exchange. So we need to know all these terms and conditions before we actually go on board with them.
All right. Our next question is also from David. Now, David would like to know, understand that you have to manage cash flow all the time, but during this uncertain time, what is your forecast of your sales till the end of 2021, since COVID won't settle down so soon? How are you going to manage the cash flow if the sales and profit keep going down?
Yeah, so this is why we are, having a lot of marketing campaigns weekly, which, like I mentioned, previously we don't even have to have so many marketing campaigns. Branding were through word of mouth and through friends to friends. So now we are actually trying all our very best to create, the hype around social media, how to stay stylish at home so that, people will actually purchase or maybe wear them after the COVID pandemic is over. So, number one, we don't have offline stores, so rental will be not a problem to us. And basically, we only have to manage our online online, the cost of our servers, and then salary is taken care of by the government. And basically, I think without any big debts, I think most of the SMEs can get through this, I feel.
Yeah. Okay. We have a couple of questions here in the comments. I think if I'm interpreting this one correctly, SK would like to know, how did you manage the your fashion apparel wares back then before you came online?
Manage in terms of production or marketing or?
Well, SK didn't really specify. So SK, if you're still watching this, perhaps if you'd like to elaborate a little bit more on your question, that would give us a bit more clarity. So do get back to us. I'll leave it in the Q&A box, but we also have several other questions here. Annie would like to know, do you get professional photographers to take shoots for you, or do you do it on your own?
Yeah, we have a mix of in-house shoot as well as professional photographers whom we engage in a long-term basis.
All right, wonderful. That's all the questions we have for now. I guess you could give them a couple more minutes if they'd like to put in anything else. Guys, if you have anything else to ask Helen or about double wood, just go right ahead. Yeah, SK, I just saw your question here. It just came in, but we need you to elaborate a little bit more because it's a bit vague. So Helen was wondering in terms of management or production. Just let us know. But yes, once again, guys, for those of you who are watching, if you have any more questions, just leave them in the Q&A box and we'll get right back to you. So in the meantime, let's wait. All right. So Helen, how is the weather where you are right now?
It's raining very heavily, right?
And my place. For my place, it's raining.
Yeah.
It's not entirely heavy, but it's raining.
It was raining really heavily.
Yes, just not at one point as well. And unfortunately, halfway through our interview, my AirPods actually gave out. So that's why I think people have been saying I am speaking a little bit softer, but here where I am, I'm actually projecting a lot. So giving it my all until I get the chance to recharge this. Okay. So SK actually said like how to manage the productions for old-fashioned wares. That was the question.
For old-fashioned wear?
Yeah, the production for old-fashioned wares.
So like I mentioned, we have our production hub based in overseas. So my sister has been traveling every month to control the quality in terms of feed and the sizes to make sure that when it reaches our warehouse is actually what we place order for.
Okay, wonderful. And guys, once again, if you have any other questions, now is the time to ask Helen. This is a fashion powerhouse in Malaysia we're talking about. And if you haven't checked out Doublewood yet, I'm going to shamelessly plug this and say, head on over to their website. They have a fantabulous Father's Day promotion coming up. I'm a huge fan. If you can't tell, like I'm telling you now. But yes, I think we can wrap things up. Helen, thank you so much for joining us today. I am so happy to have you here. I think everyone else is. Let's give her a virtual round of applause. Thank you so much for your input and for being so relatable to all of us in this time of pandemic where everyone is just feeling a little bit more stressed out, a little bit more sad than usual. But thank you for showing us that we're all still human at the end of the day, and we're definitely going to make it through. So thank you once again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
You too.
Exabytes. Grow your business online.